I must have been about 18 years old in 48 when there was the news that the United States, the government has invited a lot of those refugees to come to the United States and make their home here, because we were homeless. I mean homeless. We couldn't go back. And so the pastor that baptized me came one time, and he said that we were eligible to, and he brought us the papers that the General Conference would sponsor. The United States gave us the invitation, but we needed a sponsor. I filled out my papers, and that was the invitation from the United States government. And so I filled out those papers. I was ready to go. Because I was 21, I didn't have to wait for my parents. And my parents, they had to were put on the back burner, so to speak. And so they had to wait a little bit. And by the time they got their welcome, Dad decided he was going to stay in Germany. But anyway, I could go. I was visited by a gentleman from the CIA in my house, in that one-room apartment. I got a card that he would come and see me at such and such a day and such a time. He had to interview me. And I had to have 2 witnesses. And so one day he knocked at the door, and then he comes and he said, "Is this all you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's how we live." And he said, "Oh." He felt sorry for me, I guess. And he was a nice gentleman. Anyway, after he cleared everything, I got another paper from Munich. I had to go and see the American consul, and I had an interview with the consul. And it wasn't very long. I got my ticket to the United States. And I filled out my papers. My mother said, "Oh, you are too young to go by yourself in a strange country and all." No. She was against it. And my father said, "Let her go. That's where she has a future. There's no future here in Germany for her, especially where we live." I didn't want to work in a China factory. And so Father said, "I know that there's a future for you. If you have a sponsor, go." After I had cleared my time in Munich with the American consul and had my medical exam passed, was I think about 2 weeks or so when I was asked to come back to Munich and get all my papers cleared. And then one day they took us to the train station, and we took the train. There were more refugees. We took the train from Munich to Bremerhaven. It was 2 weeks on the ocean, quite interesting. Believe it or not, it was not boring. I was on deck every day, unless it was windy. And we passed the English Channel, to the English Channel during the night. So I didn't see the coast of England or France, but then we came close to the Azore. I think it's called the Azore Island. And then we all of a sudden came into a storm. Hurricane. I don't know what the name was, but it was windy. It was very bad. And the captain was announcing it's Category 4. And now when I understand Category 4, because the ship was just, it went up one side and then it went down and up the other side, or sideways. It was just tossed around. That ship was tossed around, and we were all scared. Then soon when the sea was just, the ocean was just calm again after a few days. And then the captain announced, and he said, "We are now entering the port of New Orleans, Louisiana. March the 22nd, around 6 o'clock in the evening, that big ship with the refugees, the big MS Blatchford, docked in New Orleans. I remember it. I'm here in the United States, you know. That me here, you know. It was just amazing. I was just amazed. And so we had to spend the night there. But the official people came up on the ship, you know, the American officials, to do some book work there. So that's why we couldn't leave. But the next day, we could leave the ship. And that was amazing, to come down the steps from the ship, and my right foot I put on this continent. It's another amazing thing, you know, all of a sudden. As long as you're on the ship, you are not in the States yet, you are just, you know, in transit. But man, I'm in the United States, you know, I'm in America. Anyway, so this is my life story, and my husband has left me. He is at a better spot where there is no more sorrow, no more problems. And I know someday I will meet him in heaven. And we are all going to live together happily like we did here in